I'd like to call the September 22nd, 2025 Hilliard City Council regular meeting to order. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dee, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Betts?
Here.
Mr. Carrier? Ms. Cole?
Here.
Ms. Hale?
Here.
Vice President Teeter?
Here.
Ms. Vermillion?
Here.
President Catone?
Here. Council has copies of the September 8th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Are there any changes or corrections? Hearing none, these minutes stand approved. We'll go into commission and board reports. Board of Zoning Appeals, Greg Betts.
The next meeting is October 16th at 6 p.m. in these chambers.
Destination Hilliard, Cynthia Vermillion.
Nothing to report.
Environmental Sustainability Commission, Cynthia Vermillion.
Want to give everybody a heads up that October 17th, which is a Friday, there will be another shredding event. It's paper shredding and electronics will be collected, and it will be located right here across the way. Oh, 9 o'clock in the morning, sorry.
Thank you.
October 17th.
Thank you. Keep Hilliard beautiful, Greg Betts.
Over this past weekend, we had 9 volunteers meet up at the Britton Park Giant Eagle, and in that general area, we collected 20 bags of trash. So thank you once again to all the volunteers who came out to help us do that. And our next meeting, committee meeting, is this Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the council conference room.
Thank you. MORPC, Mr. Rowley.
No update.
Thank you. Planning and Zoning, Emily Cole.
No report.
Thank you. Public Arts Commission, that's me, no report. Recreation and Parks Advisory Commission, Peggy Hale.
The well is open. Awesome.
Awesome, thank you. Aging in Place Committee, that's me, I have no report. Okay, we have a special guest this evening. Deputy Engineer Jeff Cox will discuss Stormwater Awareness Week.
Good evening, members of council. I wanted to take a moment to make everyone aware that October 1st to October 7th is Stormwater Awareness Week in Ohio, and to share some comments about the importance of clean stormwater runoff in the city of Hilliard. Stormwater Advisory Week was created 7 years ago as a regional effort by local communities and soil and water conservation districts across the state to bring awareness to the importance of the quality of stormwater runoff and its effect on streams and tributaries. This summer, the Ohio General Assembly, along with Governor DeWine, officially designated the first week in October as Stormwater Awareness Week statewide by enacting House Bill 65, also known as the Agriculture Appreciation Act, which is set to become effective at the end of this month. Ohio EPA has identified the city of Hilliard as a municipal separate storm sewer system, or MS4 community, and like other MS4 communities in the state of Ohio, has issued the city a permit with a list of actions that the city needs to take to manage the stormwater quality entering and leaving its storm sewer system. One of those items is to make our residents aware of the importance of stormwater quality, and also to make them aware of the things that they can do on their properties and at their businesses to reduce stormwater pollution. Some of these actions may include picking up trash in your neighborhood or at a local park, checking weather reports before applying fertilizer or other lawn chemicals to prevent wash-off during a rain event. Consider deep-rooted vegetation and landscape beds to break up clay soils and promote groundwater or stormwater infiltration into the ground. Plant a tree in your yard or build a rain garden to help soak up precipitation. Minimize the use of salts and other de-icing chemicals on your property to the minimum amount necessary to get the job done. Pick up pet waste frequently in your yard. Keep leaves out of and avoid raking into storm sewer inlets. and fixing vehicle leaks promptly to avoid the amount of vehicle chemicals on the ground. Stormwater quality is particularly important in Hilliard since the western portion of our city is located in the Big Darby watershed, which is both a state and national scenic river. The city of Hilliard has contributed to stormwater improvement efforts in the Big Darby watershed for the past 20 years. Some of those efforts include 3.2 miles of stream restoration in cooperation with the city, Franklin County Engineers Office, and local developers in both the Clover Grove Run and Hamilton Run watersheds. The estimated cost for these improvements is $3.5 million, with the city of Hilliard contributing approximately $1 million toward those efforts. On a smaller scale, this year we are rehabilitating a number of our stormwater ponds. One of these ponds has a wetland in it that we are going in and dredging, and it's going to require us to remove a number of wetland plants. Rather than throw the plants away, what we're looking to try to do is to relocate those plants and transplant them into some of the newer wetlands that were built as part of the Clover Grove Stream Restoration Municipal Park. For more information on Stormwater Awareness Week, I encourage everyone to visit the website of the Franklin Soil and Water Conservation District. And I also encourage everyone to visit the city's stormwater webpage with additional steps residents and businesses can take to improve the quality of stormwater runoff in Hilliard. Lastly, I want to thank City Council for putting this item on the agenda and for improving stormwater quality and promoting compliance with the city's MS4 permit by fostering public awareness for a better environment in Hilliard. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Councilmember
ahead.
Cole.
Thank you. Is that going to be shared out like on the city's website or Facebook page or other education for other members of the public?
Yeah, so I've already had some conversation with Andrea, and I think we're going to put something out there to make everybody, maybe on our stormwater webpage. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look forward to sharing it out. Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions for Peggy?
This might be for you, and it might also be for the ESC, but do we have like a Hilliard collection of like those harmful things, like the fertilizers and stuff that people are like, have extra, or paint, or like the hazardous materials you can't put in your garbage that, or we don't want people to put there? Do you know?
I am not aware of any in Hilliard. If we have a hazardous household collection, sometimes that's done by MORPC, but I'm not sure what effort there is in Hilliard.
I mean, Swaco has information on their website for what not to put in your waste.
Right, but like how we have the shredding event and we have like the electronics collection event, if we were to have a like, hey, drop off your paint here or drop off your old fertilizers, like.
I know, yeah, that's a great idea. Swaco just put out an email where they're going to have 2 sites. I think one was in Grove City and one was in Westerville, and it's coming up for your hazardous waste.
Correct.
So you can check it
It's a
up.
long way to go for Hilliard residents, but yes. I know.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just wondering if Hilliard didn't have one, if maybe we could suggest it. Thanks.
Thank you, Peggy. Anyone else? Jeff, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Well, it's also Roundabout Week, and City Engineer Letty Shamp was going to be here to talk about this tonight, but she's not feeling well, so you get me. Each September, the Federal Highway Administration recognizes National Roundabouts Week to highlight the safety and efficiency benefits of roundabouts. September 22nd through 26th, 2025 is all about celebrating the benefits of roundabouts. Roundabouts are designed to keep traffic moving at 15 to 25 miles per hour. They make our streets safer, with studies showing they can reduce fatal and serious crashes by more than 80% compared to traditional intersections. Roundabouts cut down on idling, which means less fuel use and fewer emissions, and create safer spaces for people walking and biking. Here's a great reminder. When you approach a roundabout, slow down, check the signs to choose the correct lane, yield to traffic already inside, and always yield to people walking and bicycling at the crosswalks. So together we can keep our streets safe and efficient. Right, that's it for our special guests. We have some changes to the agenda. Dee?
I provided council with a copy of a TRFO, which is a transfer of ownership D3 liquor license from Yabos Hilliard, which is 5242 Cemetery, to YAR Investments at the same address. The reason this needs to be added to the consent agenda is we received it on the 16th. I do send it out to get, if there's any objections from staff. After I got those, there wasn't any objections. After I received those, the packets had already went out. So I would request this be put on the consent agenda item. The other option is I can request an extension from the Ohio Board of Liquor Control. That's not a guarantee. So it's not a new liquor license, it's just a transfer of ownership, so transfer of name.
Okay, so do we vote on this individually as an addition to the consent agenda?
Or you can do it both, I
Do
mean,
all the changes at once?
I think I would.
Okay, and I think we have another change?
That's correct, President Catone. The applicant, on behalf of Ordinance 2523, has requested that legislation be tabled till our first meeting in October so they can have a representative from Circle K here to answer questions.
Okay.
So
Dee, would you please call the roll for this, to approve these changes?
We need a motion.
yeah,
We need a
I would
motion and a
suggest-
second to approve.
I would suggest actually a motion to amend to add the transfer application to your consent agenda and a separate motion to postpone second reading of 2523.
Okay, so what he said,
I agree with that. So we need a motion and a second.
we need a motion and a second. All right. Dee?
This is the add to the changes to the consent agenda. Ms. Hale?
Yes.
Ms. Cole?
Yes.
President Catone?
Yes.
Mr. Carrier? Vice President Teeter? Yes. Mr. Betts?
Yes.
Ms. Vermillion?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, then we will move on to the consent agenda. There are 3 items on the consent agenda. Yes?
We need to make a vote on the tabling or postponing. We're postponing it correctly? Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Oh, I'm sorry,
That
I
could
thought we were
happen.
voting on them together. We're voting on them separate?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
all
it would be
right.
a motion to postpone 25-23 to the October, date is that,
So moved.
13th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Dee?
Ms. Cole? Vice President Teeter?
Yes.
Mr. Betts?
Yes.
President Catone?
Yes.
Mr. Carrier? Yes. Ms. Vermillion?
Yes.
Ms. Hale?
Yes.
That's 7-0. Thank you.
Okay, so now we will move on to the consent agenda. There are 3 items on the consent agenda. One is, what is the number T? Is it D3 TRFO? A D3, okay, the liquor license transfer from Yabos to, I don't have the name of the transferee, but is first, and then we have 25R72, accepting sanitary sewer public improvements for Tarlton Meadows West, Section 2, Phase 2B, and 25R73, appointing members to the Hilliard Lakes Community Authority Board of Trustees. Would anyone like to move any of these items to the regular under council discussion? Okay, if no one, all right, I would entertain a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. All right, we'll go on to public comments. Do we have anyone signed up?
I have no one signed up, ma'am.
All right. Okay, then we're moving on to the business of council. We have 2 second readings. We only have 1 second reading, 25-24D. Would you please read ordinance 25-24 by title only?
Accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
This is the second reading public hearing on this ordinance. Has anyone signed up to speak? Is there anyone in attendance who would like to speak who did not sign in?
I have no one signed up, ma'am.
Does council have any further questions? Dee, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Betts?
Yes?
President Catone?
Yes?
Vice President Teeter?
Yes.
Mr. Carrier? Ms. Hale?
Yes.
Ms. Vermillion?
Yes.
Ms. Cole?
Yes.
Pass 7-0.
Ordinance 25-24 has passed and will be in effect at the earliest date allowable by law. Moving on to first readings. Dee, will you please read ordinance 25-25 by title only?
Authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement for the city's purchase of stop-loss insurance.
Would a council member like to sponsor and second?
So moved.
Second. Jennifer?
Good evening, members of council. This is our annual agreement to purchase stop loss, and I'm happy to announce again we are at a 0% increase year over year. Happy to answer any questions.
No questions? No questions?
I
All
just
right.
have a general question on, since the city moved to the new health plan, how that has been for the city.
The new health plan seems to be working out well. We are working on some potential additions to our health plan with wellness options, especially with the well coming on board. Working through internally to make sure everything's on the same page, adjusting people to the new HSA plan, but everything seems to be going really well. My pleasure.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer. The second reading public hearing on ordinance 25-25 will be October 13th, 2025. That's our last ordinance. We'll move on to resolutions. Dee, will you please read Resolution 25-R-74 by title only?
Approving the 2025 recommendations of the Tax Incentive Review Council, TURC, for the review of community and reinvestment area and tax incremental financing projects.
Thank you. Would a council member like to sponsor and adopt?
Second.
Staff report.
Good evening, members of council. This legislation is required every year to review the compliance report that staff submits to the Tax Incentive Review Council for compliance of properties which have received an abatement or is under a TIF. There are 14 CRAs reviewed for this year. Recommended that each of these projects were in compliance except for one. There was a CRA agreement with Granite Inliner, which constructed a building on Weaver Court North, and they have failed to meet their job commitment requirement. So we did recommend termination, and the TURC also accepted that recommendation. So that is the one deviation. It is the one project that we found to be out of compliance. In regards to the CRA, you might have also noticed that there's a couple in there that look like they might have expired. As a reminder, this is looking at the previous tax year. So the 2025 meeting is actually for the performance from 2024. So that's why they're still being reported for some of them. But other than that, recommended that each of these were found in compliance except for the Granite Inliner one.
Thank you, David. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
So there's a table on page 25 of 72, and it says final year for the second one down as ADS, and it said the final year was 2007.
Yes, that is an error. So what happened was there was a TIF that was passed at the same time that building was constructed. It was also given a CRA. So while there was a property tax abatement, there was no collection of TIF proceeds. So the TIF collection stopped in 2007, but since that abatement expired, we're getting TIF revenue again. So that one is active again. So it had a 15-year lull while there was an abatement, but now the city is getting revenue to reimburse itself for improvements to the Truman Boulevard area.
So then is there a new final year?
Yes, there is a new final year. It's 2034, I believe.
Okay, great, thanks.
Is that revenue going to True Point?
It is not.
Any other questions? All right, Dee, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Carrier? Ms. Vermillion?
Yes.
Ms. Hale?
Yes.
President Catone,
Yes?
Ms. Cole,
Yes.
Vice President Teeter,
Yes.
Mr. Betts.
Yes.
Pass 7-0.
Thank you. Resolution 25R74 has passed and is in effect at the earliest date allowable by law. Dee, will you please read Resolution 25R75 by title only?
Appointing Jennifer Cayley to the Hilliard Development Corporation Board of Directors.
Would a council member like to sponsor and adopt?
So moved.
Staff report?
This appoints Jennifer Cayley, our Finance Director to the HDC Board, to fill Michelle's unexpired term. Also wanted to point out that Greg Tantari serves as the treasurer, and HDC did just receive the Auditor State Award for another clean audit, so.
Oh, nice.
Congrats.
Yay. Thank you. Does council have any questions or comments? None? Okay, Dee, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Hale,
Yes.
Ms. Cole, Mr. Betts,
Yes.
Ms. Vermillion,
Yes.
Mr. Carrier, Vice President Teeter,
Yes.
President Catone.
Yes.
Pass 7-0.
Thank you. Resolution 25R76 is passed and is in effect at the earliest date allowable by law. Dee, will you please read Resolution 25R76 by title only?
Authorizing the city manager to lease fleet vehicles and equipment from Ohio Machinery Company through the state cooperative purchasing program.
Would a council member like to sponsor and adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Staff report?
Good evening, members of City Council. Before you tonight is a resolution authorizing the city manager to lease a front-end loader. The Public Service Department is in need, as our current front-end loader is reaching the end of its useful life at 9 years old. This piece of equipment is critical in transporting and lifting salt, soil, sand, gravel, rocks, and other debris. The proposed lease is a 4-year lease and payments of roughly $66,000 per year, and this expenditure would not exceed $263,000 from F1 heavy equipment out of the 304 fund. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions or comments? No. Okay. Thank you. Dee, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Hale,
Yes.
Ms. Vermillion,
Yes.
Mr. Carrier, President Catone,
Yes?
Vice President Teeter,
Yes.
Ms. Cole,
Yes.
Mr. Betts.
Yes.
Pass 7-0.
Resolution 25R76 has passed and is in effect at the earliest date allowable by law. Dee, will you please read Resolution 25R77 by title only?
Authorizing the city manager to purchase fleet vehicles from Reichert Automotive.
Would a council member like to sponsor and adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Kyle?
All right, hello again. This resolution authorizes the city manager to purchase vehicles for city staff. This would include 5 Ford Ranger pickup trucks and 1 Ford Explorer. These city vehicles will be used by the maintenance supervisors in public service, the public service administrator to be shared with the public service director, one of our building inspectors, and the utility locators. The total purchase price for all these vehicles is $230,000 to come out of F1 heavy vehicles in the 304 fund. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Does anyone have any questions? Peggy?
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Are these vehicles that people take home, or do they leave them here like overnight?
They leave them here.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. If there are no more questions, Dee, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Vermillion,
Yes.
Ms. Hale,
Yes.
Mr. Betts,
Yes.
President Catone,
Yes?
Mr. Carrier, Ms. Cole,
Yes.
Vice President Teeter.
Yes.
Pass 7-0.
Resolution 25R77 has passed and is in effect at the earliest date allowable by law. This concludes the legislative portion of the agenda and the legislative portion of our meeting. President's communication, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows what an amazing grand opening of the well last Thursday. And for everybody that was there, I know that it was incredibly impressive, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. I wanted to go spend a little bit more time there, but the line was so long you couldn't even walk down the hall. So after an hour, I just went ahead and left. But we need to thank our city leadership, our dedicated staff, our partners, and every resident whose input helped shape the building of the well. Your voices guided the wisdom, and your support brought it to life. Do we have any, Mr. Rowley, do you have any updates?
I do not.
Okay, thank you. Dee?
Pressure's on. Last week, I did attend my OMCA one-day academy on AI in the ethics and law. It was interesting to see, and it was basically more of a question and answer, because when you get a bunch of clerks in the room, that's what we do, just talk a lot. So it was interesting to see that everything that I am dealing with in AI, as far as my job goes, is actually across the state. There was quite a few from the Northeast and Southwest, so it was interesting, but nothing, it's going to come about, but it's coming, so we just got to get in front of it. So thank you for allowing me to go.
Thank you. And I forgot to ask, Andrea, did you ever get a more bigger number for all the people that attended the well grand opening? Okay. Okay, but it's still like 3,500, probably more than that. All right, impressive. Like, where did all those people come from? Okay, are there any items for council discussion? All right. Is there a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Meeting's adjourned.